What is up, Pride family? This is LionzCrown here. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel. Wow, dual blades, man. Dual blades are so much fun. I can't wait to get into it with you guys. That being said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into a summary of the weapon. So, you have three modes with the dual blades. You have your default mode, you have your demon mode, and you have your archdemon mode. Let's go over default mode first. If you press the X button 3 times, you will move towards the monster while swinging. One more time, even from here, you'll step towards the monster as you press X. If you press the A button, you will dash towards the monster with a lunging strike. If you press A again, you will do a big round slash, and you just keep that going. It's very good to press the A button to get in and go into X to get the damage on. Important thing to note is that when you press X and A in default mode, nothing happens. It just gives you the X animation. But you can use the X and A input later. And the most important thing to note, which is a game changer for this freaking weapon, and it has me so excited, it's my favorite weapon to use right now because of this, is that as you're attacking, if you hold a different direction, you will switch directions towards whichever way you're holding. So, if you're holding left, you'll do a left round slash and switch to the left. Of course, same goes for right. And the same goes for directly behind the hunter, you do a turn slash. If you're aiming down, you press up, and you'll turn slash upwards and keep on going. Now, let's get into demon mode. So, if you hit the ZR button, you'll go into demon mode. You'll know because he basically summons all the strength within him. Holds the dual blades differently. One more time because I like that. Regularly and downwardly. Absolutely amazing. And you'll have this red glow around you. Not only that, you'll notice that he runs much faster. Let's press ZR to go into regular running. You can see the speed right there. Let's press it again. All that speed to get exactly where you want to get to reposition around the monster wherever you need to be. The dual blades have this feature exclusively and it is absolutely amazing. Take advantage of it. Now, really quick thing to note about demon mode is if you look at my stamina bar, you'll see that it's going down. Now this detail right here is extremely important to take note of, especially for all of you brand new dual blade users out there. Pay attention to the fact that you don't have to roll, move, or dodge. The stamina is always going down on its own. Now, if you dodge while in this mode, you get these really quick ninja-like dashes. But, of course, it's gonna eat your stamina on top of the fact that it's already being drained. Again, it's draining, and now I'm dodging. Right? Great. Here's why demon mode is so amazing. First off, your animations change. Your regular X combo now does a flurry of attacks, but it does it in place. This means that if I go back into my default mode, I will move towards the monster and hit him from here. But if I go into my demon mode, I will not reach the monster at all. So positioning's everything. So being able to dash quickly where you need to be and run where you want to be is going to be key. Positioning, of course, is everything for any weapon, but as the rush down member of your team, you have the speed to get where you need to be. Now, if you press the A button while in this mode, you get the Demon Flurry Rush. Yes, really fast, we're only going to go over the default moves that are given to every beginner once they touch the weapon. So, the Demon Flurry Rush is amazing. It's a classic and I love this move. Why do I love it? I love it because, like the original lunging strike in the default mode, it helps you to get into the monster very quickly. You can dodge out of it and do it any direction you want. A really good tip is that there are a lot of nuances that you can do with the Demon Flurry Rush. For example, you can press A, X, and then A and A again to get a double round slash. A, X, A. You'll do these 2 big spins, right? 2 round slashes. If you just press A 3 times, you'll get the round slashes. If you want to do those round slashes anyways, you might as well get a 1 quick X in and then go in there. Get the extra damage. There's no reason not to get the extra damage, right? That little hit isn't going to take any time at all. So if you want to go for it, A, X, A, right? Now, if you press A one more time after the round slash, you'll start it all over again, right? 1, 2, A, keep pressing A, but look at all the time it takes. You're better off dashing out of that animation, because as you saw here, after the second round slash, look how long it takes. Well, and even then I lost demon mode, right? Look how long it takes in order for you to do the rush again, all that time. This is why you want to make sure you're managing your meter, because if you're gonna go for it, you want to make sure you have enough stamina left to get in there and dodge out immediately. This is great because this means that you can just do this, dash, and keep on going. Dash, keep on going. Very essential to manage your stamina effectively. It gives you speed, it gives you openings, and it gives you evasive action. The next tip is that when you do the rush, we said if you press it once, you can go into the 2-round slashes, so it's A, X, A, A. But what if you add a second X attack? So A, X, X, A. You'll skip the round slashes completely, and you can be, look at this, you're a Beyblade all over the field. I do this a lot. I do this to reposition myself all the time. So remember, if you want a round slash, A once, X, A, then just try to dodge out. Or you press A and you have to press X at least 2 times or more. So A, I could do it 3, and then press A again, and you can keep an onslaught going. A, X, X, I press it 3 times again. A, X, X, A, X, X, A, X, X, A, anywhere you want to go. It keeps the damage going, and it makes you feel amazing, like you're freaking Eren from Attack on Titan, just cutting all around the monster. Let's finally touch base on that bar in the top left to the right of the sharpness meter. Look how much it filled up with by finishing an X combo. An X combo will fill that up the most, to my knowledge, right? Once that meter is filled, what happens? Well, you see how while in demon mode I have red flashing around me? Now when I'm out of demon mode, the red energy doesn't leave. This is because we filled up the archdemon meter by attacking in demon mode. It's a little confusing. You hit TR in demon mode, build that meter, and now even if you're not in demon mode, you keep the glow. So what changed? You're no longer in demon mode. What changed? You can now dash. Quick dashes even though you're not in demon mode. This is essential to know. It's essential because in demon mode, as I'm dashing, my stamina keeps going down. But if you go into demon mode and build the meter up, now you can do this amazingly quick dash, and your stamina only goes up after every dash. This lets you play so much more evasive, as well as so much more aggressive on the battlefield. Also, your regular X combo, it still moves forward, but it's a little faster, as well as a little stronger. So now you move forward much more quickly. And now instead of having that lunging attack, when you press A, you get Demon Flurry Rush. So before we weren't able to do this that we did in demon mode, but with archdemon mode, now we can keep doing this now here too. This allows us to keep pressure going even while outside of demon mode. And the last change is by pressing X and A at the same time, you don't get Blade Dance, you get Demon Flurry. If you keep pressing X 3 times, you get all of those animations. Let's build up demon mode so I can keep showing you guys why this is important. There we go. Demon mode has given us Archdemon back. Let's go back to Archdemon mode now. As long as that meter is full, your default mode is Archdemon mode. Now, by pressing X and A at the same time here, you have more versatility than doing Blade Dance in demon mode. X and A, one time does that. That is it. Remember that Blade Dance, you are stuck for this entire animation. Nothing you can do about it. But in Archdemon mode, doing Demon Flurry, you can stop right there and dodge out. If I see that there's opportunity for more possible damage, I can press X to get more and get out, And if I see now that I can finish all 3 combos, I can just go 1, 2, 3 and get out. This is essential information to know. Do not ever forget this, guys. While in demon mode, yes, Blade Dance is such good damage, but you're stuck in animation. While in Archdemon mode, you have the versatility and the flexibility to say, I'm gonna hit you once, I'm gonna hit you for the second, let me get out because you're gonna hit me now. You have the ability to say, I am not going to make it out of this, or finish all 3 if you feel confident. And lastly, just a quick note, out of anything, pressing down and B to dodge backwards. Oh, I lost the mode. I could do it in demon mode. Gives you this really clean backstep. I can't tell you how many times I've gone ahead of a monster and then backstep to get back in position to where I want it to be. You can backstep all the time. So make sure that you take advantage of it for your positioning. So now let's get into the wirebug moves, starting with my favorite one, the piercing bind. So while your weapon is out, if you hold ZL and press the X button, you'll stick a blade into the monster. You'll see that a wirebug is connecting you to that blade, and over time, it'll blow up. It currently did 102 damage with my weapon. It also does cutting damage, so it can cut off the tails of monsters. But in general, it is damage, so it can also break parts. But that's not the real nuance to the move. The real nuance to the move is as long as you hit the monster anywhere while the piercing bind is connected, you'll see that it also does damage to the piercing bind itself. And that's accumulating the final hits that it does. You'll see it went all the way up to 156. This means that as long as you're attacking while it's in the monster, you'll get all the damage that you do on top of the 156 because you're building as much damage as possible to raise the number on the last exploding hit. Now here's a quick tip I want to tell you guys. You have to be careful. If you piercing bind, you'll notice that you step back. So if you're in demon mode and you try to blade dance, you're going to miss most of your hits. And that is a waste of time and a waste of wirebug resources. So what can you do? You can do one of 2 things. When you put in the piercing bind, and if you're in demon mode to get that big damage, you can either dash towards the monster and press X and A, or you can press circle to do the demon flurry rush so you get all that damage as you're going in, and then you can do the demon mode. If we do that one more time, let's pay attention to how much the explosion was. 218. We raised the damage from a neutral standing of 102 to 218 damage by pressing circle to demon flurry rush in and then doing the blade dance to confirm it all. That is how I play the weapon and how I use the move, and I suggest that you guys do whatever you can, but try that out. It is so good, it is so effective, and it'll really help to break that tail off when you want it. Last thing, you can hit the monster anywhere to do damage, but if you really want to break apart, just keep attacking exactly where you put the blade. That's going to do the most damage to that part. The next move that you have is when you press ZL and A, you do a shrouded vault. Now that's not just a little pull, because if you really want to dodge, technically, right, you would think you're just better off dashing around, and you would be right. But the problem with that is that the vault actually counters and does an attack as you do it. I'll show you guys that in a second. And the last thing that you can do is while you put yourself in the air, you can press ZR to enter demon mode while airborne. Why is that amazing? It's amazing because while you can just do a regular attack, a jumping double slash, you can actually press demon mode and then X. The mid-air round slash keeps you in the air a little longer. So the regular one, you just keep the momentum of falling, but going into demon mode will keep you in the air. Why is this good? Well, because if you go to demon mode and then press A, you will do the mid-air spinning blade dance. That does a windmill down a monster's spine from head to tail. It is so much incredible fun to do. So what you can do is demon mode, press X to windmill to round slash, and then you can do the windmill mid-air spinning blade dance. One more time, you can just either go to demon mode and press A, or what you can do is go to demon mode, press X to get extra damage and keep momentum, and then press A, and he'll go right on top and you'll get all of that extra damage. Now let's look at an example of the counter vault real quick before we get into the demonstration. So I mentioned to you guys that that vault is a counter hit, but it can counter roars as well as attacks. You'll see here if I hit the monster, when he roars, you'll do a counter hit while doing mounting damage, and plenty of it, so it's very, very effective. You could also wait for the monster to do a projectile or any kind of melee attack and counter that as well. It's so amazing, it's so effective, and it really helps get you out of a bind while taking no damage and putting plenty of damage back into the monster and punishing them for being aggressive on you. Now let's see what it looks like when you put it all together. So at this point in the hunt, I've already been fighting the Rathalos for about 2 minutes, so his head is going to break soon. Pay attention to the fact that as I drop, I hit ZR mid-air so that I can dash towards his tail quickly and secure piercing bind to get that heartbreak damage in, break his face, perfect. Now here I get another piercing bind in right when he roars, but now I'm securing that DPS and I'm maneuvering around his tail with Demon Flurry Rush and doing damage at the same time. Now for those of you new hunters who don't know, you can use a flash bomb on a flying monster to drop him to the ground. Pay attention that as I dash in and attack to dodge the first tail swipe, I backstep to dodge the second just in time, and backstepping keeps you facing forward, so I'm still able to get damage onto the Rathalos' legs. Notice here I only went into demon mode to close the gap between me and the monster, and I turned it off when I got there to let my stamina go back up. I start attacking with X and A, backstep just in time to dodge his attack, and Demon Flurry Rush back in. Oh my god, it just keeps the damage going. I dodge the Fire Blast like a badass, and I'm going back in at all times, going for the face, getting the crits, but I know that by hitting his legs, he's going to drop. I'm dashing around all over the place. I'm backstepping into a safe position, whatever I can do to not get hit and maintain DPS. Now I do get hit here, but I already know what time it is, and I knock him down by doing damage to the leg, and at this point I know that I want that tail. I break his wing, piercing bind the tail again. I'm trying to make sure that I cut this tail off no matter what it takes. I Demon Flurry Rush in, I piercing bind the tail again, get the damage going as much as I can. As soon as it blows, tail comes off. Oh, let's get it. I don't let him breathe for a second. I dash in there again, end up getting the flinch. Damage never stops. He keeps on spinning. I'm dashing around. I'm Beyblading. He can't touch me. He thinks he can get away, but I use ZR and press A in the air, and I windmill down his spine because I'm getting way too hype and way too aggressive to let him walk away. But of course, alas, all great things must eventually come to an end. I misread a move and I get hit, so I gotta take my seat real quick, take the L, and heal up real fast. Here I use ZR, hit demon mode in the air, press X to maintain momentum and positioning in the air, and then press A to windmill him again and get all that damage off. He tries to blast me, but I fought right through the Fire Blast. No damage taken, but damage done to him. I continue to do more and more damage. Put in the piercing bind. The hype has returned. 133 damage blows up. I keep on going. His feet are hanging, so I'm swinging at it. As much damage as possible, every chance you can get. If you miss opportunities for damage, then you're not doing your job. Piercing bind again, attacking in the middle of his legs. Another part breaks again. At this point, my cat paralyzes him, and this is where the fight ends. He goes down. I'm doing blade dance. I think I get him with another piercing bind. I do, and right around here, one more blade dance, and he goes down officially. That is the hunt, and once again, I'm pretty sure I made my point. And with that, guys, we've reached the end of the video. If this video helps you out even a little bit, hit that like button. It'll really help me out a bunch with the algorithm. And I'm sorry that the video took so long to come out, man. There's a lot of personal things going on in my life, and it it got in the way. But please know that nothing brings me more joy than making this content for this amazing community, and the way that you guys have supported me means the world. Shout outs to 2K subscribers. You guys are the best. I'll probably do a giveaway in a little bit. Anyways, thanks again, and never forget, family, wear your crown and live your roar. Later.